All right, Shalom. First and foremost, when I start off by giving all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Marakah Kodash, and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who well. Peace and blessings and salutation to the hopeful elect, the Bayath, Dawadah, the house of David. All right, and I got this article here I'm going to get into. All right, so this is Switzerland. Switzerland joins Ireland, Libya, all right, France, Sweden, and UK in facing new changes under U.S. travel visa program. Everything you need to know. So this was published on October 9th, 2025. Switzerland joins Ireland, Libya. All right, France, Sweden, and the UK in facing new changes under the U.S. travel visa program due to the introduction of $100,000 fee impacting skilled professionals and limiting opportunities. This significant increase in fees in H1B visa applications pose challenges for workers from these countries who contributed extensively to the industries such as technology, pharmaceuticals, engineering, and data analytics in the U.S. With the new financial burden, many smaller U.S. companies that traditionally sponsor foreign workers may struggle to afford the cost, and leading to reduced job opportunities for highly skilled professionals. For Swiss workers, the shift could impact their contributions to U.S. All right. It says sectors such as software development, biotech, while professionals from Ireland, Libya, France, Sweden, and UK may face similar hurdles. It says these challenges could lead to wage reductions, job insecurity, and decline in the flow of international talent, which has historically fueled the innovation, Salakia, and growth across key industries. In 2024, Switzerland received 158 H1B visa approvals, reflecting Swiss professionals' importance in sectors like technology, pharmaceuticals, engineering, with expertise in software development, biotech, and data analysis, all right, or analytics. It says these professionals contribute significant to the U.S. companies driving technology or technological innovation and business growth. It says, however, the new $100,000 fee for the H1B application could introduce major challenges. It says smaller U.S. companies, which are typically the primary sponsors of foreign workers, may struggle to afford the increased costs. It says this could limit job opportunities for Swiss professionals and reduce the flow of top-tier talent in the U.S. for Swiss workers already in the U.S. This fee may lead to wage reductions or job insecurity, especially in smaller firms, potentially impacting career growth and stability. All right, and as you see, all right, so Ireland's U.S. H1B visa approvals impact of $100,000 fee. All right. It says in 2024, Ireland saw the 372 H1B visa approvals, reflecting their significant contributions of Irish professionals in sectors such as technology, pharmaceuticals, and engineering. Irish workers, known for their expertise in software development, biotech, and data analytics, play a key role in driving innovation and business growth in the U.S. However, the new 100, so it goes on to read the same thing. All right, so they just give you a whole rundown on the same thing in all these places. All right. So as you see there, I really want to see if I can get to a point here, but they have none. They're all the same. They're all talking about the same thing. All right. Hold on right here. Matter of fact, let's go up here. The impact on UK professionals says the increased fee could strain smaller U.S. companies and often sponsor skilled foreign workers, potentially limiting job opportunities for UK professionals. Additionally, these already employed in the U.S. may face wage reductions. All right, so it says conclusion. It says the introduction of the $100,000 fee. All right, for the H1B visa applicants marks a significant shift in the U.S. travel visa program, Whew. affecting affecting skilled professionals from Switzerland and Ireland, Libya, France, Sweden, and the UK. While these countries having long contributed to key U.S. industries, the new fee could restrict opportunities and potentially for those in the smaller U.S. Companies that often sponsor foreign talent. It says the changes may lead to wage reductions, job insecurity, and decrease in international talent flow. It says ultimately impacting innovation and business growth as the global workforce continues to evolve. It remains to be seen how these changes will shape the future of skilled migration and international collaboration. All right, which this right here is just nothing but going into that digital ID. Okay, and this is what this is really all about here. Okay, is the digital ID, and it's having an effect on things. Okay, because they just put $100,000 fee. Right, so let's go into that What is that? H1B visa. Okay, let's go into that real quick. H1. Let's go there. Yeah. Let's go to AI mode. It says recent upcoming changes to the H1B1 visa program, including a new $100,000 fee for petitions and proposed wage selection processes favoring high-paid workers, and finalize lottery results for fiscal year of 2026. It says on September 19, 2025, President Donald Trump issued a proclamation requiring a $100,000 payment for the new H1B petitions filed on after September 21, 2025. Who is affected, the fee applies to the new H1 petitions for foreign nationals who are outside the U.S. when the petition was filed. It says this applies to those who seeking a new H1B visa, including those selected in the FY 2026 lottery. All right. It says who is not affected. The fee does not apply to renewals, extensions, or amendments for existing H1B holders who are already in the U.S. It also does not impact beneficiaries or petitions filed before September 21. Individuals who are currently valid or H1B visa. Right, so this is what this is getting into. That biometric system, the H1B1 visa, meaning to get in and out. So you got to have a visa. This is what this is all about. All right, so the Department of there it is right there. So the Department of Homeland Security proposed a rule in September 2025 that would change the lottery system for the selecting H1B regulations. How it works, the new wage selection process would give preference to high-skilled or higher-paid workers. All right, it would be. This ain't nothing but a part of the new world order, man. All right. Okay. It says for wage and things. It says the status proposed rule currently open. This will stop people. This is pretty much stop people from coming into the U.S. Okay. This is what this is all about. All right. So they passed this through their legislation. And this it says the U.S. Censorship and Immigration Services completed the lottery selection for the F-126 cap in March 2025. Regulations and selections. All right. It says for FY 2026, the USCIS census, right, received about 339,000 unique eligible beneficiaries, or a sufficient drop from 2025. It selected 118,660 unique beneficiaries, all right, which led to the significant number of petitions to meet the regular and the master caps. All right, so that's what this is getting into. Project Firewall. Look at that. Look at that. It says other reforms and impacts. Let's continue to read on. All right. It says no second lottery on July 18th, 2025. The USCIS announced, all right, announced that it has received enough petitions and would not need to conduct a second lottery for a fee for the year 2026. For year 2026, it says registration fee. The registration fee for the year 2026 lottery increased from $10 to $215 per applicant. Other reforms and impacts. It says the border H1B program reform, DHS, right? Department of Homeland Security. It says it has proposed additional reforms aimed at revising eligibility for cap exemptions and increasing scrutiny of employers with prior violations. These rules are expected to be pushed in December 2025. So here it is, right here, bro. This is what you call. This is really part of that biometrics. Okay, the biometrics identification system. All right, and so on and so forth, man. This is what this is really getting into. Okay, it says the Department of Labor, right? Project Firewall. It says launched a new enforcement incentive in September 2025 called Project Firewall, which aims to protect American workers' rights and wages by ensuring employees prioritize them. It says layoff reports. It says some reports indicate that during 2025, some tech companies that laid off American workers were simultaneously approved for thousands of H1B workers. All right. All right. So, as you see, as we read, that H1B1 visa, is really talking about coming into the Babylon. All right, and getting overseas and all these things like that, Let me get that article back up. Where is that article at? There's that article. It says facing under U.S. travel visa program. All right. So with that, I just wanted to read that real quick, brothers. But you know what? Let me see if I got two scriptures. Yeah, I think I got two scriptures for you. So this is they're really boasting about this new world order really coming into play, signing in all these laws under their legislation. All right, which is through the beast, and NATO and the EU, so on and so forth. So let me get Psalms. 10th chapter, Psalms, the 10th chapter, and the 3rd verse. It says, "For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire." What is he boasting about? Is new world order. All right, and blessed the covetous whom the Lord abhorreth. All right, it says the wicked through his pride of his countenance, right? The pride of his face will not seek after Yahweh. And the wicked is Esau Edom, this devil. All right? Okay? It says, and Yahweh is not in all of his thoughts, right? And Yahweh is not in all of his thoughts. Because this man is the adversary, Satan, Satan, meaning adversary, meaning against, okay, Yahweh. The so-called white man, the devil. All right? Okay? Let's get Micah. Let's get Micah 2:1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity. And who devises iniquity? Esau, Edom. The Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Abrahams, the DuPonts. Again, this is all is going all the way down to Amalek. Them so-called, the tiny tops. Okay, who are over in our land. The tiny tops. Okay, Amalek. All right? Okay? It says, and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it. It's because the power is in their hand. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? That's Esau, Edom. All right? Them tiny tops. Okay? Going back to the high up, the banking families, the Oppenheimers, the DuPonts, the Gettys, the Rothschilds. All right? The Vanderbilts, the Wahlbergs. Okay? You know, so with that, I want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Arakal Kodash, double honor to the apostles and others of great millstone. Well, peace and blessings. Citation to the hopeful elect. Bayah, Dawadah, the house of David. Shalom.